That's cool. That's a wide angle. Putting this back. Just taking a sweep of the commissary and the gas station where the gas is very expensive. And the PX where we picked up a bottle of wine and a toothbrush because Daddy couldn't find his. I came across the street to check out the cemetery. I don't want to be filming while the service is going on. Yeah, these are the old gates. Rare survivors of early exterior decorative ironwork at West Point. They were the main gates during the last half of the 19th century. Well, West Point used to be a lot smaller than it is now. They're nice. It's a beautiful setting. This is the old cadet chapel, built in 1837. Moved to the cemetery in 1911. It's very nice. I can see why they needed more space though. They've decorated it for Christmas, I just noticed. There's a Krish. They've got the Advent candles up. And that's a pretty good sized organ, but doesn't hold a candle to the one in the new cadet chapel. Newer cadet chapel. All eras are mixed in together, depending on the space, and you can tell some stories for some of them. Americans who got Order of the British Empire, who graduated before the Second World War. Their wives. This guy looks like he married a French girl. Maybe he met her in the war. Who knows? Some of these are very interesting. You can tell that they, even if it doesn't say, that they served in World War I or World War II. '82, yeah, World War I. This guy. Here is a soldier, a lieutenant, and I believe his parents. Graduated in January 1943, died May 5th, 1943. That tells its own story. I don't know why, I just find these very touching. There's a class of 58 next to a class of 57. I wonder if Daddy knew them. Most of the graves don't have anything on them, but the Jewish graves will have rocks on the top. I've heard of that. There's an angel on that one. A pinwheel. Sad. There's a Josephine Bailey, and then there are 6 children who died. Edward, Frederick, Joseph, Mary, Kate, Frank. Oh my goodness. F.P. Bailey. No dates. It's still sad though. Maybe it was an epidemic or something. Who knows? Some people got some stupendous monuments. I'm gonna see what this pyramid is for. This is huge, and I don't know why somebody would do that, but sometimes we honor our dead very seriously. Trying to find on the walking tour if it says who it belongs to and why it's so big. Still haven't mastered this thing, trying to take a picture of it just for a snapshot. Anyway, this is Major General Daniel Butterfield. He was a commander in the Civil War. And he had 38 battles, engagements, and he composed taps. So I guess he deserves this. That's very nice. Yep, making people tear up with that song for 150 years. Pyramid is Major General Egbert Vila, Chief Engineer of Central Park. He was afraid of being buried alive, so he had a light and a buzzer just in case. Wow. Okay, there's some large birds flying around in here. That looks like a turkey. It's huge, whatever it is. Here's the section of people who died in Afghanistan and Iraq. Afghanistan, yeah. There's too many of them. Laura Walker, first female graduate killed in action. Emily Perez, first female minority cadet command sergeant major. Yeah, there's quite a few. This guy's Iraq. They put their nicknames on there too. Comanche. This guy's Afghanistan. This guy's Bronze Star and Purple Heart. Iraq. MacGyver. Bench. Was killed in Afghanistan. Just talk about him and you when you guys were here.
Oh, yeah, Bruce and I are both from Ohio. And we drove back together in December of 57 in my new car, which I had purchased ahead of the prescribed time for cadets. And we had a good time, and Bruce and I lived in the same room for a year in the old barracks, which has been torn down now.
I wanted to see those.
Unfortunately, Bruce went out joyriding one day with a bunch of his classmates and was stopped by a police officer for one thing or another. Unfortunately, then a professor came up and asked if he could help, which is the least thing he could desire at that particular time. In any case, he suffered the massive walking tours on the area, which he had to walk for many, many months. It was 130-some walking tours. And plus he was forced to graduate a day late.
Oh, that's smart.
And Bruce was known as the ladies' man of our company. He always had the beautiful girls on his side. And after that, he went in the Air Force, and fortunately, he survived that. He was unfortunate enough, or fortunate enough, not